Hi, this is Morley and this is the M-Wire. In this video, we are going to look at the scathing pedantic antics of one Seth Rogan with Ted Cruz on Twitter. This promises to be an absolute clinic on how the far woke left respond to things. What we're about to see is the effect of a small child being told that they can't have any ice cream, and the reaction very much mirrors it. You're not going to want to miss this, folks. A big shout out to my new subscribers. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so in this age of legendary internet censorship. So this whole thing got started when Ted Cruz posted an article about how the so-called president is favoring the Paris Climate Accord over the city of Pittsburgh. It's in reference to his fracking ban or proposed fracking ban. So Seth Rogan got on and this was his response. F off, you fascist. How eloquently put. So the best you can do is flip Ted Cruz off and call him a fascist. Now this is very important, folks. Notice that there's no semblance of an argument here. Just the hard Hollywood woke left goes right for the insult. There's no argument. There's no indicator that they even want to engage any meaningful dialogue about this. It's just right for the jugular vein, and that's essentially that. So Ted Cruz responded with, charming, civil, educated response, Seth Rogan. If you're a rich, angry Hollywood celebrity, today's Dems are the party for you. If you're blue collar, if you're a union member, if you work in energy or manufacturing, not so much. Hashtag jobs matter. Notice that Ted Cruz is actually trying to engage in some sort of dialogue here and not just casting random insults, even though he's been insulted himself. That is a staple of the conservative. They're willing to engage in dialogue, whereas the hard left, as we're seeing here, obviously does not. Oh, but wait, there's a lot more. So Seth Rogan responded with, if you're a white supremacist fascist who doesn't find it offensive when someone calls your wife ugly, Ted Cruz is the exact mother effer for you. Are you seeing the pattern here, folks? All Seth Rogan is doing is just insulting him with the same insults over and over. He just keeps calling him a fascist, and it's quite apparent that he can't put a sentence together without dropping the F-bomb, which is very, very weak. So Ted Cruz put out a tweet not even directed at Seth Rogan. He was talking about Fantasia the movie and his experience of it as a kid. So this is what he put out. Fantasia was playing at a film revival. It scared me. I cried. I was 4. My mom had to take me out. So remember, this is not in any way directed at Seth Rogan at this point. But this is his response. Everyone who made that film would hate you. Okay, at this point, when I first started reading this exchange between Seth Rogan and Ted Cruz, I actually thought for a moment that Seth Rogan's account was hacked by a 12-year-old girl, because that is the exact style of response that these are. Just filled with hate, anger, name-calling, and more unfounded name-calling. Ted Cruz's response is just absolutely classic. They are all dead, so I think we're good. And Walt Disney was a Republican. Even though you behave online like a Marxist with Tourette's screaming, F you, it's really clever. Your movies are typically funny. I'm sure you hate that I enjoy And then Seth Rogan posts this. Hey, Ted Cruz, watch this and then go F yourself, you clown. This is way more fun now that I know for sure you're seeing my tweets. Once again, he's acting like a prepubescent girl, just trolling. This is absolutely incredible. And he posts a news article supporting his opinion. That's another staple of the left, by the way. Whenever they say something and then you ask them to back up what they're saying, their answer is go Google it. Or they provide you with something else, not their own opinion. They're afraid to speak up for themselves because they don't know what they themselves even want. They are a hive mentality, and this is indicative of that. This is just yuck. This one is really rich, too. Also, you're an effing fascist. Shut up and go away. Yes, it's true. Seth Rogan has degenerated to the mentality of a prepubescent girl. Confirmed. So Ted Cruz responds and says, all jokes aside, Seth Rogan is a moron. It's your party that believes in government power to shut your business, to oppress your faith, and to censor your speech. Anyone who disagrees, they try to cancel. By the way, a lot of folks in Hollywood are conservative and muzzled by the fascist left. Very well said, Ted Cruz. There are more conservatives in Hollywood than you'd think, but obviously them speaking out against wokeism will cost them jobs. But, I mean, they should speak up anyway. It's not like they're hurting for money or anything. And, of course, Seth Rogan has another snappy comeback with, you literally inspired a deadly insurrection, you stupid F. Oh, of course, definitely. Ted Cruz was on his YouTube and wherever else telling people to go and take over the government. Well, I follow the news daily. I guess I must have missed that. How about you watching? Did you hear anything to that effect? No, I didn't think so either. So there you get the gist of it, folks. Seth Rogan is having a digital hissy fit on Twitter, and the results are absolutely disastrous for him because Mr. Cruz is putting him to absolute shame. And the best he can do is go on tirades and rants and say the same thing over and over like a petulant child having a tantrum. Thank you so much for coming along with me to my video. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so in this age of legendary censorship. That would greatly help the channel. And please share the video. Thank you so much, and God bless.